Alright YouTube, so we've pretty much been talking about Fallout 76 just about every day on the channel since it got announced and revealed. And I thought we'd kind of change the pace a bit, do something a bit different. I just kind of want to talk about the Bethesda E3 press conference that we're going to see either tomorrow or today, depending on when this video actually uploads on the channel. And I kind of want to go over the things that we are going to see, things that we might see, and things that I want to see from this press conference. Ever since I started doing YouTube in 2015, the only E3 press conference that I ever pay attention to is the Bethesda one. I did keep up with Square Enix a little bit, or at least Sony, because Square hasn't done one since 2015, for the hope that we're going to see something Final Fantasy VII Remake, which hasn't happened yet, obviously. Which is why this year's E3 is kind of exciting, because Square is returning and doing one, which gives me hope for FF7 Remake. But yeah, anyways, I really only pay attention to the Bethesda showcase because I'm always hopeful for anything Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yes, I know they make other games, but if I'm completely honest, the Elder Scrolls series and the Fallout series are really the only ones I care about. I know the Wolfenstein games are good. I know, the Doom games are good, Dishonored, things like that. And I played a little bit of Dishonored, but when it comes to Bethesda, I don't just play everything that they have their hands on. Whether they're developing a game or publishing a game, I know it's of quality and it is good, but I just don't play every single game that they release. Anyways, let's get into this. So right now, the only things we know about for the Bethesda E3 showcase are Fallout 76 and Rage 2. And I think that's kind of interesting to only have two things that we know for sure. So we'll start with Rage 2 really quick. It's kind of a game that's like whatever. It's a series that I figured would get a sequel. I figured there'd be a second part at some point. But it kind of got ruined with that Walmart. But I think that kind of got spoiled and ruined with the Walmart Canada leak and then them, dropping trailers and things ahead of time. I think it would have been better if it was saved as a surprise for the E3 press conference. Fallout 76. Now this is an interesting one. We don't know anything about this game. We got a little bit of a teaser trailer that you're seeing in the background that let us know what vault we're going to be in and potentially the location of the game, but other than that, we don't know shit. What I want from this game, what I want from Fallout 76 is a single-player Fallout game, and if there is some sort of a multiplayer aspect to it, I hope it is optional to the point that it doesn't affect the story or whatever. And I'm not trying to blow Bethesda over here, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt with this game. I'm waiting to see what it is before I form an actual opinion on the game. Now, if there is something to complain about, I will absolutely complain about it in the video. I'm not going to sit here and kiss Bethesda's ass. If it's something I don't like, I will mention it. Now, on to the possibilities, the things we've kind of heard rumblings about for their press conference. Again, these have not been actually confirmed yet. First up, we have the potential of a Doom 2. This one's kind of been rumored for a bit. I don't know how likely this is. Doom came out in 2016. It's barely been, I don't even know if it's been 2 years to the date yet, but this is one we've heard for a bit. Next up, we have the possibility of a Prey DLC. I don't know how likely this one is because of the poor sales for Prey, but that doesn't necessarily mean they wouldn't do a DLC for it. It's kind of an obscure series that Bethesda got their hands on, and it wasn't really a sequel to the original. But as far back as March of this year, the Prey Twitter account has been teasing something with the tweet that says, "Do we really know what's out there?" So that's why people are thinking there might be a DLC coming this year at E3. Even within 2 DLCs seems like a decent possibility. It came out, in October of 2017. It's been quite a while since this game released, and to the best of my knowledge, and it's not a series I keep up with, this hasn't had any DLC yet, which is kind of weird because the first game did. Maybe it's a performance thing, maybe it didn't sell well, the reviews weren't that good. I don't know exactly, but a DLC seems possible. Wolfenstein 2 DLC seems like an okay possibility. This game released in October of last year, and since release has seen 3 separate DLCs, but we haven't seen anything from this game since the 3rd DLC dropped in March, so it seems like an okay possibility. Quake Champions, I think, has a very high probability of being shown at Bethesda's E3 showcase, simply because we don't even have a release date for this yet. It's just a release window of 2018, so I could see us maybe getting an actual release date for this game. There's also the rumor, not even rumor, discussion that there might be a Vault Dweller in Quake Champions and potentially, the Dragonborn from Skyrim. I would love to see that. Elder Scrolls Legends, man, this is the thing I care the least about on this entire list of potential games and stuff we'll see at E3 for Bethesda. Don't care. I don't even care enough to Google when the last time was they got some sort of expansion for this. Don't know anything about it. Maybe there'll be something. For Elder Scrolls Online, the Somerset expansion just dropped on the 5th for consoles for PS4 for Xbox One. So I think the likelihood is pretty high that they'd at least showcase this, show some trailers, show some gameplay, and talk about it. Something else that's very likely is something VR. Who knows exactly what? We already have Doom VR, Skyrim VR, Fallout 4 VR, so Maybe there'll be more stuff with Doom, maybe something for Wolfenstein 2, maybe even Evil Within 2. Pretty much every Bethesda-related game is first-person, so it'd be pretty easy to make it a VR game, essentially. And last up, and we're putting this at the end of the possibilities list, right before the wants list, because it could be either of those. It's whatever the new IPs or whatever these other big games are that Bethesda's supposed to be working on. We've known since as far back as 2016 that Bethesda's working on 2 games that were said to be bigger than anything we've done before, kind of different, and still a Bethesda-style game. We don't know anything about what these could be. Now, there's always potential that Fallout 76 was definitely one of them. But even if that is the case, that still leaves whatever that second game is that they're supposed to be working on, and I'm hoping we get to see what this is. Is it Starfield? I don't know. Speaking of Starfield, let's transition into the wants list. Starfield, what the hell is this? I just want to know what it is. Is it a code name for a game? Is it actually a game that's called Starfield? Is it some sort of expansion for a previous Bethesda game that's called Starfield? I don't know. ZeniMax has had the rights to a game called Starfield, or IP called Starfield, for quite a while now. It's been rumors running rampant on YouTube forever about Starfield. I just want to know what the hell it is at this point. A kind of dumb and obvious one, but I gotta throw it in the list, is Elder Scrolls 6. Now, obviously, Bethesda has said that they're going to release whatever these 2 big games are before they actually do anything with Elder Scrolls 6, but that could always just be them talking bullshit just to make us not think about ES6. And Elder Scrolls 6 also doesn't make a whole lot of sense since they are about to drop a new Fallout game, but we don't know what this is. Maybe this is just a branch-off side Fallout game, and it's not that necessarily that big of a project. That's always the possibility. And if that's the case, that means that maybe they could drop an Elder Scrolls 6. I think it's very, very low odds, but it'd be kind of cool to hear something about the next Elder Scrolls game. We talked about it before, and Todd Howard wants to shorten the time between reveal and release of games, so unless they were going to drop an Elder Scrolls 6 this year, or maybe even potentially next year, I don't think they would actually reveal it, and I don't feel like they're that far with Elder Scrolls 6 yet. And last up for my personal wants list for Bethesda's E3 showcase is that Fallout 3 remaster. This is one of those ones you could probably put in like the possibility section more so than the wants section. If they haven't done it yet, which obviously they haven't, the best time to do the Fallout 3 remaster is the 10th anniversary, which is this year. It's been speculated and rumored about for a while now. It's something the community desperately wants. Everybody wants to play Fallout 3 again with those updated graphics, mod support potentially, and of course all the add-ons, and it just kind of makes sense. And I'd say the odds are pretty likely that Fallout 76 will release sometime this year just because that's what they did with Fallout 4, and that's kind of what they want to do, going forward is reveal games and release them pretty quickly. I think it'd be pretty cool if this is something that they did and they released pretty quickly, like maybe even as quick as, the night of the E3 press conference. They did it with Fallout Shelter when they revealed it, remember? They're like, you can get this game tonight if you're an iPhone user. It'd be kind of cool if they did that. Like, hey guys, here's Fallout 3 Remastered. Oh, by the way, you can buy it tonight. But at the very latest, I would expect an October 28th release date, which would actually be to the exact day, the 10-year anniversary. And along with this, you could throw in the Fallout New Vegas remaster, the Oblivion remaster, the Morrowind remaster, whatever the case. All 4 of those, man. I think they're all deserving of being remastered. And it's literally just making the fans happy and making Bethesda money. There's no reason not to do it. I made an entire video about that subject. And that's kind of, I don't even know what to call this video. I literally don't even have a title in mind right now. It's kind of like not really a prediction video, more like a like what we know is going to happen, what I want to happen, what's been rumored to happen at E3 this year. I don't even know. But that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think we are going to... What do you think, besides obviously Fallout 76 and Rage 2, what do you think we are going to see at Bethesda's E3 showcase, and what do you want to see from them? What are you expecting? I might have another video out before the actual E3 press conference. I don't know for sure yet if I'm going to. I'm going to try to, but regardless, I will be doing a recap. I've done it every year since I started doing YouTube, recapping Bethesda's E3 showcase for you guys. So it'll probably be a late upload on Sunday. Hopefully y'all went on to enjoy the video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Give me a smile, give me forever for a while, give me forever.